Dinky Dana here, and today I'm going to be doing a review for Panzer Dragoon on the Sega Saturn. This game's an on-rails shooter that was released for the Saturn in 1995. As you begin playing, the controls feel a little bit loose, and it takes a little while to get used to them, but after you do, they end up working pretty well. I mentioned before that this is an on-rails shooter, and basically what that means is you can move your dragon around the screen, but the game pretty much moves in a set path. So you can't slow the dragon down or speed it up, and it just flies at a certain pace, and you shoot all the things on the screen. I usually don't prefer on-rails shooters, because pretty much you just point and shoot, and that never really caught my interest. But in Panzer Dragoon they add a nice feature that I really enjoyed, and pretty much if I press the R and L bumpers, I can make 90-degree turns, and I can see to my sides and behind me. So if an enemy's in front of me and it flies past me, I can press the bumpers and turn a 90-degree and shoot on the side of me, or if it flies the whole way behind me, I can turn the whole way around and shoot at it. So this really gave me the feeling that I was really immersed in this world, because I could shoot anything, anywhere around me. And usually on-rail shooters are only looking ahead of you, so once you pass something up, you can't really look at the full environment that you're moving through. Another thing that I really enjoyed about Panzer Dragoon were the weapon systems. You have a rapid-fire gun where you can keep pressing the button real quickly and shoot individual bullets at your targets, or if you hold in the shoot button and then move the cursor over a bunch of enemies, it'll lock on to whatever you move your cursor past. And then whenever you release the shoot button, it'll shoot lasers and it'll destroy all the targets that you've locked onto. So it was really fun. You'd be flying through a stage and you'd be able to hold the button in and lock onto maybe 8 targets, and then whenever you release it, destroys all of them. So overall the gameplay in Panzer Dragoon worked out pretty well. There were still some flaws. It was a little bit loose. You'd be moving your cursor around. It was kind of hard to lock onto certain things, and also you would kind of have blind spots. So sometimes if you didn't kill things fast enough, they would get into these blind spots between the two angles that you can turn, and you wouldn't be able to shoot them, so it was almost like you couldn't prevent getting hit. Another thing that I really liked about this game were the environments that you got to play through. Sometimes you'd be flying over oceans and it would just be really beautiful, and other times you'd be flying above forests or even through caverns, and you'd be making real sharp turns. And it was really exciting because each level was different, so it wasn't like you were going through the same level over and over and over again. Another thing that I like about this game is the soundtrack. The music really fits the game well. As you're playing through a level, if you're fighting off waves of enemies, the music will be real upbeat and exciting. And if you're flying through caverns and it's kind of calm, it'll be a lot more ambient and calmer music. I do have one complaint about this game, and that's that it's very difficult. The game almost requires you to memorize the levels. You'll rarely beat one of the stages on the first try. So as you play through the level for the first time, you don't know where things are coming from, so you usually don't make it through the level the first try. And then the second time through, you can kind of memorize where they were coming from, and you can predict what the patterns are and be ready for them. And you slowly make it through the levels a little bit quicker. It usually takes between 2 and 4 tries for you to beat a level. So that wouldn't be too much of a hassle, but if you, let's say, make it through the first level and the second level, and then you start the third for the first time, you're usually not going to beat it, and whenever you die, you have to start the whole way back at the beginning. So it was kind of frustrating, and I found it kind of a pain. If you want a game that's challenged, this is definitely going to be a good choice. Even though the stages are difficult the first time through, they're still fun to play, and after you know what you're doing, you could beat the levels in probably 5 to 10 minutes. So you could make it through the whole game in probably an hour to an hour and a half. It's just the first time through it's a little bit frustrating because you have to keep repeating the same stages over and over again until you can progress through the ending. So overall, I think this is a very beautiful game, and I think almost everyone will enjoy it. So if you have a Sega Saturn, definitely check it out. I'm going to give this game a score of 8.5 out of 10. I'm Dinky Dana, and that's my review for Panzer Dragoon on the Sega Saturn. Please check out my channel and subscribe for future reviews. Thanks for watching.